Hi, and welcome to Education 325, Children's Literature in the Classroom, the online course. I'm Andy Steck, the instructor, and I want to welcome you, first of all, to the course. I'm excited to work with you, and I want to walk you through Blackboard, which is our management system for this course. You will be doing all your work in Blackboard and posting your work in Blackboard. So I'm on the home page. I want to explain a little bit about the home page to you. There will be announcements on a weekly basis, and I will put these on home page, but I will also send you a copy of it in an email. I put a link to the library so you can look at databases in the library for articles and things like that you might need to use in the course. And there's some other contact information, and the box below the contact information for the Wilson Library is the to-do box, and I have linked all of the due dates with the drop boxes, so they should appear here when they're due. I have also given you the contact information for Blackboard Help Desk. Blackboard Help Desk is a wonderful resource, and I would highly suggest you use it when you're struggling with Blackboard or something's not working on Blackboard. Please call them. They've extended their hours, and they are experts at troubleshooting for you on Blackboard. You can also stop in at the library to talk to them as well, but sometimes it's easier to call and make an appointment. If you need some tutorial help or if you need some editing help with any of your work, the Academic Success Center over Campus Center is a great place to get that help as well. So this information is here on the home page. Now, the menu on the left side of the screen is most important. It will be your navigation system for Blackboard. I've already started with home page. The next page is weekly lessons. Weekly lessons is where you will start each week to find out what you need to do. So when you get on Blackboard, you will then click on weekly lessons. There's a weekly calendar, which also gives you a week-by-week description of what is going to take place or what the expectations are for that week. It may change slightly depending on what happens during the semester, but pretty much I try to follow this calendar. From there leads into our syllabus, and I want to walk you through the syllabus. So I've already put the syllabus up on the computer here because it will download for you otherwise. But here is the syllabus. The learning outcomes are the learning objectives. These are what we're going to strive for throughout the semester in our activities and our assignments. And all of these will match with one of those or more of those. So you can read down through this at your leisure and view the objectives. I will try to discuss the objectives as we go along in the course as well. The course description it's a course designed to introduce you to children's literature. You're going to be looking at developing an aesthetic and a critical response to literature, children's literature, and you're going to experience and appreciate a breadth of genres and a variety of authors and illustrators. And you're going to find creative ways to use literature with your children in your classroom. And this is a course for elementary and middle school. The required text is called Literature and the Child. It's the 8th edition. You can find it in the textbook store. You can find it online. You can rent it. You can borrow it from a student if you know somebody who may have purchased it in a previous class and have decided to hang on to it. But we will be using that textbook, and there will be required readings from the textbook. So it's important that you do get a copy of the textbook, and there may even be a copy of it in reserve in the library. I think I put one on. I'll double check when the semester starts. These are the assignments. I need to let you know that assignments are different than activities. Each week you will have, as an online course, you will have activities to complete. 3 or 4 activities. You'll have some readings and the activities. And then you will have some assignments that are due throughout the course. Your activities that you do each week is part of your attendance and participation. If you don't complete the activities, I can't tell that you attended the class. So each week you'll be awarded 50 points if you complete all the activities. The others here are the assignments that I will describe to you later on as we walk through the syllabus. But the total points will be 2,400. So you'll take your points and divide it by 2,400 at the end of the course, and I'll tell you when that occurs. You'll find a percentage, and then you'll be able to translate that percentage to a letter grade. I do have a late work policy. I do adhere to it in most cases. If you don't complete the work on time, the activities or the assignments, then you will have 75% of the grade when you do submit it. So just beware of that along the way. I need to point that out. I may or may not follow that, depending on the reasons why you might turn in something late. I understand life happens even when you're trying to complete work and get things done and you have great intentions, but sometimes those great intentions do not always work out for you and you may need some extra time. I am considerate of that, and I just need you to work with me on that. If you have a disability, I will accommodate your disability. Just let me know, and let me know what I can do for you to make you successful in the class. That's my ultimate goal, is to make you successful in this class. And I can help you do that if you just are willing to work with me on that. Classroom conduct online course to me means that you will be sensitive to the other students in the class. You'll use correct grammar. You'll use correct syntax. You will be positive in how you approach things. That's all I ask for that. Again, class attendance, getting the work done every week, and it is weekly work starting with the very first week. Please, if in any of our work you do not plagiarize, that you give the credit to the person who wrote it. That's all I'm asking you to do. Don't take it as if it is not your idea specifically and you found ideas, somebody else, cite it, put in a quotation, whatever you need to do, and put the information in the resource section. That's all I ask of you. Along the side here are some additional resources that are the same as what was on the, for the most part, on the home page, but there are a couple extra here as well. Our mission is that we create caring, diverse learning opportunities that foster intellectual, ethical, and social responsibilities in order to imagine, explore, and design the future. And that's what I'm hoping you'll see in this class. I hope you'll see that I follow the 4 guiding principles of caring, excellence, leadership, and diversity. We are NCATE or CAPE accredited, and what that means to you is that if you decide that you want to move to another state and you want to, you finished your education here or are going to finish there, that we have reciprocal agreements with at least 22 states that will say that when you go in, you don't have to take additional courses. For the most part, they will accept what you've done here in California because we are an NCATE or CAPE accredited college. They do focus on dispositions of character, intellect, and caring, similar to what we have in our mission statement. This part are the assignment descriptions. I'm going to go through this quickly, but you'll see on the left side of Blackboard, in the menu on the left side, that the assignments go more in depth with some exemplars and some other descriptions, and you'll see that. But to start off with, not every week, but 8 times this semester, you will have a virtual discussion with your group that I've already assigned you. You should have received an email that has the discussion groups or the virtual discussion groups and what group you're in and which books you'll read depending on what group you are. So if you are in the A group, you'll be reading the book selected for the A group. If you're in the B group, you'll be reading the book selected just for the B group. If you're in the C group, you'll be reading those books. And that information has already come to you, and I have it posted again on Blackboard in case you have missed it along the way. But you need to have a WebEx account. That's what we use. It's kind of like Skype or FaceTime. We call it WebEx at Laverne. You can get your account through the service desk. Here's the information for that. Please request a WebEx account. Give your full name and your full email address. You can tell them that you're in educational studies, and that way they'll create an account for you. If you have trouble at any time with WebEx, you can contact Kristen Lewis, who is our expert at WebEx, and she's wonderful, and she will work with you day or night for the most part, and on weekends even. So please, 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 she'll get back to you very quickly. If you have a problem and you're not getting a response from Kristen, let me know. Do not just let it go. You need to be a part of your virtual discussion, and you need to make sure that that you do participate in that. Attendance and participation, we talked about 50 points a week, and you'll have to view videos, read readings, and complete activities, and you will, if you do all of the work, you'll get 50 points. And this is a good time to talk about how the weeks are set up. The weeks are set up so that you'll have some group work to do in a small group with people online, and you will also have some individual work. I highly suggest you prioritize your work so you do the group work first. Even if it's not listed as the first thing in the group, complete the group work first before you do anything else in the week. Get it out of the way, be done, so you don't have to worry. Sometimes you have to go back and see what the other group is reading or has written. So if you have to do that, you'll have to make time for that. Otherwise, your independent work or the individual work can be done whenever you have a chance. Now, when you are working online, that tells me that you are self-disciplined to complete the work. A week can fly by and you can be at the end of the week and like, oh, I haven't done the work for Andy's class yet. What am I going to do? And you'll try to finish it. Sometimes you can't finish it in a day. And if you don't have the group work done, you won't be able to get credit for it. So please do the group work first and then do your individual work. I give you 9 days. So for instance, I didn't do it for this first week, so I'm giving you some extra time. I give you an extra week, in fact, for this. But you will the lesson module will be posted on a Friday evening at midnight, which is really actually Saturday morning, but it's between Friday and Saturday at midnight. The module will open, and then you will have that weekend, the whole next week, which is the week of the lesson, and the following weekend, 9 days to complete 1 week of work. Now, some of those weeks you'll have assignments too. That's different than the activities. Like I said, the assignments are major assignments that need to be done. You need to refer to the calendar to make sure that you know when those occur and what needs to be done. So anyways, if you complete all the work, you get 50 points. If you get 2 out of the 3 activities done, you will get 30 points. You have to do all 3 to get 50 points though. Each activity is worth about 15 points. It may give or take depending if I do 3 or 4 activities during the week. But please, that's the only way I know you participate and attend the class is by completing your work. I can see if you've been online working, but you don't get credit for just getting online and getting off and not doing the work. There is a reader response blog that is related to the readings that you're doing for your virtual discussion. So you're going to be reading a book, you're going to be blogging about that book, and you'll also be discussing it with a small group of colleagues. This is the assignment description for the reader response blog. Again, the books have already been chosen for these genres. And then this is how each entry should look. You should have a part 1 with this information, a part 2 with this information, a part 3 with this information, and a part 4. Your entire blog is going to be due week 15. I would not wait to try to write an 8-book blog in 1 week. You need to do that along the way, and I would suggest that you read the book, start your blog, do your discussion with your group, finish your blog. They can help you out if you have some need some ideas from them. They can be very good support for you in creating your blog. I will check your blog along the way, and if I see you're in week 6 and you've got one book written, one blog written, I'm going to say to you, I would highly suggest that you um, write your blogs in a quicker fashion. All right, but if you're caught up, that's great, and you can do the work, that's terrific too. The next activity is an author study. You're going, with a partner, you're going to choose a children or adolescent author, and you're going to create a half-hour presentation for the class. But part of that presentation is that you're going to create a flipped classroom video. That's something your colleagues are going to watch before your actual presentation. And you'll see some exemplars of those in the page for the author study. You'll create a book trailer. A book trailer is like a movie trailer, like a preview of a movie, but it's going to be based on a book. It promotes the book, and it will get the viewer excited about the book. They might be interested in wanting to read the book. Here are some key points that you will put into your movie trailer. You're going to create a family literacy backpack. That is some activities that are going to be put in an actual backpack that we give into an actual child to complete over maybe a week period of time. You're going to gear it toward connected to a theme. You're going to actually put 3 books in it, include a little artifact. You're going to create a family journal that they can write about, and you're going to follow the rest of the specifics here. The draft is due week 5, so I can read through your draft and help you make revisions if need to be, and then you're going to go fix that, go off and hand it to a child. It can be a relative, it can be a nephew and niece, it can be a child of a friend of yours, preferably not your child, because you want to get some feedback from the family and you're the family, so I would either offer it to a friend or to a relative. And then another activity you'll have is our virtual library. By using Google Books, you're going to read 3 self-selected books from each of the genres, the same genres that you read the assigned books from, but you're going to pick 3 other books and you're going to add them to your Google Library, and you're going to then create a screencast talking about those books that you added and why you added them. What did you get out of the project? What were some of your favorites? What were some of your least favorites? What might you use? How you might use it in your classroom? That's due week 14. I would not wait to read all the books. You need to be reading books all along the way. That's what this class is all about, reading children's books. If you need ideas for books, you can WebEx me, and you can meet with me. I can give you lots of examples of books. You can use books from your childhood. You can use books from that any of your family members might have. Might be books you even read previously that you might want to just add to your library as well. And then you're going to go visit a children's library, either at a public library or at a school. And I have a checklist of things I want you to take a look at in that library. It's posted in under the library exploration page. And last but not least is our final exam. It's the e-portfolio. You may have created an e-portfolio before, so all you need to do is create a page for children's literature, and you will provide a screencast and provide me some information in that screencast about your portfolio. You'll send me the link for your e-portfolio and your screencast, and that will be your final exam. You will reflect on assignments and some other things that you've added to your e-portfolio, and that will be due during exam week, no later than Wednesday of exam week. Here's some contact information about me and some other information about me. I'm in Barclay Building, office number 21D. Here's my office phone number and my email address. Here are some office hours, but I will WebEx with you as well. Do not feel as though you can't get to me. I want you to be successful. I don't know how many times I'll say that, and if you need to contact me, please email me. You can call me. I'm not always in my office, but I'll return calls. But email is the best way to get to me, and I will definitely get back to you quickly. I try to pride myself in my quick response. If it's not quick enough for you, please let me know. I do try to do that for you. Here is the course calendar again, in case you want to take another look at it. And that is the syllabus. I know I did this quickly. You'll have to take some time to peruse it yourself. I do want to go back to Blackboard. We've just finished looking at the syllabus. This page here has your virtual groups and your list of books in case you need that again. This FYI wiki is a wiki for questions you might have that your colleagues could answer, that you're stumped on, or that I might answer when I take a look at it. It also will have other posted information pertinent to this course. So if I see something coming along the way about children's literature, I may put it in the wiki. I will announce that I put it in the wiki, so you'll have that as an announcement that will come out as also an email, and you can take a look at if it is interested to you with you. You can definitely take a look at that. The lesson plans and objectives page is very important in regards to writing. If you haven't had me already, I believe in an ABCD format to writing your objective. If you do not know what that format is, you need to review this page, watch the video, read the information about that format. If you don't write your objectives that way when we create lesson plans in this class, you will not get credit. And there will be an activity in one of the weeks where you will work on writing objectives. This page is for blogs and wikis if you need to go to that page, but usually you can get it right from the lesson page. We might have some discussions. These are the groups that you'll be working in each week. Some tools for the classroom, and of course the help. This whole area here are the assignments. It starts off with assignment descriptions, which is exactly from the syllabus, and then each page here is a particular assignment. Those are the big assignments, not the activities, the assignments. So here's information from the reader response blog I talked about, from the author study, the children's library exploration, the book trailer, the family literacy backpacks, the virtual discussions, the virtual library, and the final exam. Now in there you'll find on each page the drop box, when it's due, and some exemplars and a description for it. If you need other help, please let me know, but please use these when it comes to when the assignments are due. I usually tell you ahead of time when the assignment is due, but please remember this is a course about reading books, so you need to look at the self-selected virtual library, this assignment here, right away. Even though it's not due until week 14, you do need to make sure that you're reading books along the way and not waiting to the end to try to read books. You have to read a certain number of picture books and some novels. You need some novels that adolescents would read as part of the middle school. And maybe even the upper elementary would have novels as well. I have my contact information again here. If you need to know anything about the Educational Studies program, here's the handbook. It's the most current one, and this will be a place that your grades will accumulate. And that takes care of Blackboard. I know I did this quickly. If you have questions, please, 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 I will tell you, do not wait. Ask me questions. Send me emails. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I hope you enjoy the course, and I'll see you online.